Temitope, thank you so much. I was even planning to message you, privately. Thank you for always supporting me, always sharing my posts, my video. I don't know you, but I appreciate you, and I will definitely visit your inbox. Thank you so much for showing me so much love. I appreciate you. You're more than a sister. Believe me, you are always there to support any post that that comes up on my page. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. So it's about okay, so I'm trying to set up my other phones, which is Instagram and YouTube. All right. So yes, good evening, everyone. Depending when you're watching me from, maybe good afternoon, good morning. Yes, I greet you according to your time and your country. Okay, where you reside. My name is Tina. On this page you're watching me from is called Solution Center with Tina. All right. If you look at my title, the title of this video, even though I'm yet to title the Instagram one, which I will definitely do, I will definitely do after um, this video, this live video. Yes. So I will introduce myself more than how many times and how many times I can. Thank you all for always joining me, and yes, I appreciate you all. Now, first of all, I would like to address what I've just said in the morning on my Facebook page. I have a lot of people that comes on my page. I'm not saying you cannot come on my messenger to, tell me or, explain yourself to me, or even if you want to purchase any of my products, but not for you to come on my page to start telling me how you're interested in me or how you want to date me and all of that, even though you know that I'm a married woman. And some people, stated this very clearly on my messenger that even though we know you are a married woman, but we still want to date you, we want to have something to do with you. And I have, I was upset a little bit this afternoon because the message keep coming in and all of that, which I don't want to, you know, go back to the message anymore. But I have addressed it on Facebook, and I would like everybody to respect boundaries and respect yourself. Just as I am respecting myself, I would love everyone to do the same. Okay, if you see someone on social media, doesn't mean they are out. I'm fine. It doesn't mean that they're out to look for a relationship or anything like that. On Facebook or social media, you can, continue to make video content and make money. All right. It's not about meeting men or trying to meet a boyfriend or whatever on social media. Okay. Some people are out there to make money, and that is what I'm doing, just so I can sell my products, and also talk to those that need my advice and my words. Okay. I love everyone, but please let's respect ourselves. I'm happily married with children. Okay, so I am not having any issues in my marital home whatsoever. And if I do, I know how to, handle situations. Trust me, guys. Yes. I think I'm very clear and audible enough for people that always come to my inbox to, write one or two things. I understand that some people cannot, manage themselves. But whatever it is, please, if you're married, try to face your marriage and try to make your home as happy as you can. Make your wife happy. All right, that is what I'm going to talk about today. And then kindly give me 2 minutes. Let me clear my throat. One second. Right. I'm back. Yes. So right. Today's topic is sorry, the title of my show today is gonna be I investigated my husband's phone and discover his side chick message. All right, I discover his side chick message, and also I know where they meet or they have, messages, there is a messages, okay, there is a message going in between the husband and the side chick. All right. First of all, if you're legally married and you know what it is when you're legally married. What I mean by legally married is either by court or by church or even by the Islam way. Okay. Remember, you swore an oath. Okay, there is a oath between you and your wife. There is a there is a promise between you and your wife. And there is also a promise between you and your husband. There is one particular thing that both of you took together on that day before you were joined together. And I will always like it for men, okay, to respect that. I see these days that so many men doesn't understand what love is. Some people just want to go into marriage and have children and come out and divorce or separate and just flex. You understand? If you're in a country that have rules and regulation, I mean law, you know what I mean? There are things that you will never ever in your lifetime try with your wife or your husband. Okay? If you must separate or divorce, you must do it in a very legal way. Just the same way you are legally married. You must follow the procedure. What and afterwards of the marriage. Now, some men don't respect their wife, which is very uncalled for. I watched a video where a woman was crying. Okay, thank you, love. I watched yes, legal obligation and promise. Thank you. There is legal obligation and promise, okay? Before, I mean, after marriage or doing your court marriage. All right, thank you very much for the right up. Yes, thank you for the comment. Thank you so much. Now, some men have, I mean, majority of them now these days, this is what they do. This is who they are. And I was watching a live video. I was there because I think somebody invited me over and I was watching her and I was watching the way she was, I was watching the way she is at that time when she was having the video done, explaining herself without attaching any emotional feelings to what she is going through. I was watching her and I was watching her behavior. I understand that it is very bad if a woman, search or investigate or, look into their husband's phone. But there is a limit to woman endurance. When you constantly abuse your wife, you don't have to, you don't have to physically attack your wife before you know that your wife is in a serious toxic marriage, not relationship, marriage. Okay, there are ways that when you torture a woman, even she herself will feel it to say, what am I doing here? What have I, brought upon myself? Why did I even marry this guy in the first place? From the beginning of the marriage, you are not that person that she thought you are. So I was watching her. I was watching, even though she have a little bit she have a little blame, So yeah, but there we are not talking about blaming who not to blame, who to blame, but we are talking about what happened, how she should have handled it. On that live video, some people were not telling her the truth. Some, women, they are very emotional when it comes to things like this. They want to attach emotional blaming and all of that. They want to attach everything to it. When things happen like this, first of all, you ask question, what have I done wrong? Why do I deserve this? You check yourself and see if you have done anything wrong to deserve what your husband is, doing to you. So I was kind of watching her and she was explaining and explaining and explaining, keep explaining. And even at a point she said she went to meet the woman up where their location is, which she should never have done. Okay? There is one thing I believe in marriage and love. You cannot force love. You can never force anyone to love you. Love is something that you can never joke with. I don't joke. When I tell you, I love you and we've met, we've met, we've eaten, it doesn't matter who you are. When I tell you I so much love you, I will look and protect and do everything in my power, apart from financial side of it, but I will make sure I do everything in my power to safeguard someone that I claim that I love. But in this case, she was just saying, and the good thing about it is, if you look at her, she never lied. She don't care who is judging her. She was just saying it the way it is in her mind and exactly what happened without judging herself or saying she has done something right, even though she was crying. Now, when you as a man claim you love a woman, there should be proof. There should be show off. You know what I mean? There should be what they call real love. When you show your wife real love, there is no way you cannot have peace in your house, in your home. Now, when you are doing all of these things and you think that if you hurt her, what will she do? If you hurt your wife, there are many things that will happen to you. First of all, you may even lose your job. You may lose your job. You may not be focused anymore because you have loved, you have hurt the love of your life. For instance, it's just like when you have a pet, a dog pet, and a dog pet cannot trust you any longer. Thank you, Dupe Alade. And a love pet, you understand? A dog pet cannot trust you anymore. You know what will happen? And that is how even women beings are more dangerous than that. So when you hurt a woman for no reason, it's not like the woman is not meeting up and not doing her obligations, not doing what she's supposed to do, but you just take it upon yourself to hurt that woman intentionally by having another. If you love your wife, you will never cheat on her. It's very simple. You don't need to go to anywhere for explanation. If you love your wife, you will never hurt her. If you want to hurt your wife, don't you even think of hurting her with a side chick. That is a wrong and cancelled and deleted and dubious, wicked thing you can ever do to a woman. I don't know if men forgive, but I don't think a woman can ever forgive you if you do that. Let me tell you something. When you hurt your wife, okay, some women find it very difficult to forgive, but they will stay in that marriage. But in that marriage, they will make sure your slippers, the downside of your slippers will scrape off. That is how wicked some women are, especially when you take the tears out of their eyes by force. A woman cannot live with you in the same house, sleep with you in the same house, serve you, feed you, take care of the children, take them to school and all of that. And all you do to pay her back is to, provide or go out to go and get a side chick. When you do that, you have crossed the line. That is the worst thing you can do as a man to a woman that is very humble to you and honest to you. The moment you do that and she finds out, forget about that marriage. It's either you go your separate ways or you stay in that marriage for more drama. Right. So when she was, I'm going back to this woman, and I'm using it to analyze a little bit. If she's going to watch this video, it's going to be very helpful for her too. Now, for you to start searching your husband's phone, for me, is a waste of time. You know what I mean? It's a waste of time for me. I have never done it in my life. I will never do it. I've never even, during my dating time, do it. They know the third blind man say rain dey fall. I will never search his phone to see if there is any girl. You know what I mean? After everything, he will come back to me and confess all his sins. I don't have time for that. I will channel my energy to my business, my children, first of all, my business, and how I can make it. How I can be a woman in that marriage. How I can stand properly so that if anything happens tomorrow, I will be able to move without looking back. I will never look back for a man that broke or pieces my heart. I won't. I don't know about anyone else. If you want to stay in that marriage for him to finish you, to wrap you up with a plastic bag, then I wish you good luck. While you are busy chasing a side chick with the change that you have in you, I am busy standing, trying to make sure that I stand as a woman. Then you as a man is busy. I will never come on social media and cry. I can come and talk about myself. Yes. I will never say it will not happen to me or it can never happen to me. Men are not to be trusted just the same way we cannot trust women. What she did was wrong by searching, trying to get the lady and all of that. What if it's a setup? So it wasn't a setup and you went to meet her. For why? Immediately you find out or however, but searching the phone is enough for me. You don't have to do all of those things. If a man truly loves you, he will never cheat on you. He will praise you every time, take care of you, and make sure that that love is intact. A lovable man is a lovable man forever. A woman that's trained his son to love, kind, passionate, be with, his own wife will never hurt you when it comes to love. And that is why it's always good for people to study and understand what love means. Some people don't understand what love means. They just want to marry. Just marry me, Let's go into it. I understand that sometimes age and all of that. But you need to see who you're dealing with. You need to understand who you're dealing with. He may not be that person that you know. But at the end of the day, he changed and become something else due to friends, engagement with friends. That is number one. When your husband starts mingling with people that he's not supposed to mingle with, he will want to act like them because they will want to tell him, oh, you can do better than this. What is it now? You can eat okra soup. What does that mean when it comes to love? You as a man doesn't have self-respect to tell them, I don't belong in this class. I can be your friend, but I don't want to play the same game as you guys. Tell them off because not all men are the same. No, just like women. She was crying, she was yelling, she was doing things that she shouldn't have done. I will not advise anyone as a solution center to search your husband's phone. And I will not advise you, to retaliate back to your husband. That is not what I preach here. I give you that confidence if you're my fan and if you are my follower on this page. I am telling you for free, listen to my voice. When he is busy chasing all the whole women on earth, the beautiful one, the figure 8, keep yourself busy to build yourself. Take some nice courses. Build yourself as a businesswoman. Pay influencers to influence your business while he's busy spending his own money on women. When he will understand what is going on, it will be too late for him. There is no need for you to retaliate. There is no point for that. There is no point for fighting. There is no need. Even when you see things, sometimes it's always good for you to keep calm. I don't know how to, when it comes to all of those things, I don't know how to argue. But when you do it to my presence or you bring them home, then you will understand how you can use an empty basket to fetch water from the river. But while you are doing it outside and I found out, I will not think about it a bit. I will not allow you to stress me. I will maintain, even though I know from the beginning I will lose God, because this is not the kind of man I bargained for from the beginning. But you see some people, they are very quick to come on social media to announce their separation, their divorce on social media. There are things you don't bring out on social media. You don't need to explain to nobody. There are things I don't have to come and start explaining to you. There is no point. Believe what you want to believe. But I am advising you today, if you're watching me, do not panic. Start from that day that you find out that this is who your husband is and this is what he has chosen to be. Try to make yourself a better person. Stand on your feet, even if it's just creating content, going from Jumeirah to Abu Dhabi. If you can do it, why not? Go and start creating content and start earning money on social media, just like every one of us is doing. Don't be depressed by what your husband is doing to you. I know it's hot, but I mean, if you have dated so many people, I mean, in the past, you understand what I'm saying, that you don't have to. When it's not working, stay calm. Arguments, violence, doing things that you should not do, explaining yourself, crying cannot solve the problem. I've never seen anyone crying. Yeah, I mean, if you cry out on social media, people will help you. Just like me now. If I cry out now, people will help me. But does that mean I should say everything? The answer is no. Because, I mean, videos, live stream remains there forever. Some people are just watching you just to save everything that you're saying. That is their job on social media. They have no any other job. They save it in their archive and keep it for future for you. And that is why when you are out here to talk about what is, biting you, or what is, what the matter is, you must choose your words and reserve the rest. Because if you don't do that, then people will help you save it for tomorrow for reference. They call it reference. When you say B today and you're coming up to say A tomorrow, people will save it and say, this is what you said originally. You're not under any influence. So you should know what you're saying. Now you're coming again to tell us to say this. And that is why when things happen, you need to stay calm, remain calm, and think about how and what is the next step. What should I do? How do I beat this? You know what I mean? I know how it ought when it comes to heartbreaking. When someone pieces your heart, I understand how it is because I have been there before and I know what it is, So, but you must not give up and don't go on his phone. Don't go and start searching his wallet to see who he has given money to. It's not your business. Once you find out, start your planning how you can, how you can make it as a human being, how you can make it as Tina, how you can stand on your feet to say, yes, whatever happens now, at least I have a place of my own. I have a place of my own. Okay, now, yeah, there is no need for me to pretend. I need to call him and, quietly tell him that at this point, maybe the side chick needs to come in. Now you are moving out with your children. So the side chick can move in. Let's see, after the side chick moving, maybe you will change completely. Or maybe if I'm not your spec anymore. I used to be your spec, maybe I am not. Just give them space. If it takes you to go to your mother's house or your father's house or even your sister's place to take a deep breath, do it. There is no need for shouting. No need for that. There is no need for that. If you address the situation once, don't go deeper, because the moment you go deeper, you start saying things you're not supposed to say. And then you may regret it when you say things you're not supposed to say. I can never advise any man to cheat on his wife, partner, or even girlfriend, because if they do the same to you, it will hurt you. The same way you want to eat okra is the same way the woman wants to trust a goosey. So anything that makes you to test okra makes the woman wants to do that. But before you do any of those things, make sure you clear up with your husband and make sure everything is settled quietly without drama, you know. So these are the reason I that what I would say that the woman is feeling. I'm sorry, but the truth must be told. You do not have any right to search your husband's phone, and you have searched your husband's phone. You are not even calm. You are not calm. You are just there because you want violence. You want problem. You want to start shouting and all of that. You don't need any of those things as a woman. You have searched the phone and there is nothing we can do about it. What is the next thing to do for you as a woman? If you can confront or call your husband inside, all right, and have a good conversation to say, when did you start all of this? I don't understand. Is it a prank, or you're just trying to test who I am? Because sometimes that is the case. But whereby is not giving you a good answer, I will never advise you to leave your marriage at the same time for a side chick to move in. But if you are a woman that doesn't forgive and don't know how to let go of things, it's better for separation immediately so that more things don't come up in the marriage. Right? But I will not advise you to leave your marriage for a side chick that you know that she only came there for the money. And after the cash is over, she will leave. She will dump your husband like an empty carton. You know, if you truly love your husband and you know that this is not who he is, there are many ways you can control your home for that side chick to live permanently. Fighting is never an option. I have never seen anyone that do anything with fighting or shouting or being erratic, and it was or is solved very easily. Some women will tell you, will take it by force, take the violent by no. In some cases, you don't. You don't use violence to solve issues in marriage. You can go through the legal procedure, but not violent way, as it may cost what you don't expect in marriage. Now, quickly, investigating their husband's phone. There is one such case recently that this happened. This raised so many questions as to the reason why she did this. She doesn't trust her husband. If you don't do it before and you're just doing it just so you suspect your husband because 1, 2, 3, 4, he doesn't eat at home, he doesn't come back home on time, he always hang out with his friends and all of that. Then there is other ways you can speak to your husband about it. Once, twice, the third time, you just let him be. Okay? So, and you not trusting your man in marriage, I don't know how it is. Because in a marriage whereby there is no trust, then there is no marriage. There is no love. Okay? She has a behavior of disorder. She's a control freak, or maybe, yeah, some people may think this way. But the woman, they cannot control. Man can control themselves, but women, it's difficult for them to control themselves when they see such thing. So men can control themselves. But what will come in their brain, first of all, they will start thinking, what have I done to deserve this? What do you want that I don't provide? How do I think about this. I just want this to go off my head right now because I don't want to believe that my husband can hurt me so badly. Remember, I was talking about this yesterday or so. I was talking about human and human behavior. What you need to understand by flesh. Okay? It is insane if I say, okay, what if the husband comes to start apologizing to you? Apologizing to change or apologizing to say, forgive me for the first one. I am going to do another one. What apology is the man tendering before the wife? I understand that forgiveness is divine, but whereby repetition of sin, then forgiveness is 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 no more divine. Because if you keep doing it every day, there is no way we will understand ourselves. There is no way the love will be, wounded back. Because you come today, you apologize. That means you come again tomorrow, you apologize. Again, you come and let me just leave you and watch you from far. Remember, as a man, if you continue to cheat on your wife, there are prizes for you. Prize. That comes, or package that comes with cheating. When you cheat on your wife, there are package like golo, AIDS, and other sickness that can be packaged, full package for you as a man. You cheating on your wife for no reason. Some men cannot even stand their wife because their wife doesn't have children. That is how wicked some men are. Because their wife doesn't have children and they've been married for 12 years, 10 years, 15 years. You as a man, don't you understand what you're supposed to do? What are the things that you have done to make sure that your wife is pregnant? I ask you. Because some men don't even understand what it is and where to go to, even what is wrong with them as a human being. But you see them talking about their wife, how their wife has made them to, go into depressions, stress, because your wife cannot conceive. You as a man have never tried your best to say, let's visit the hospital. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this, let's do this. What is your effort towards the conceived journey with your wife? Ask yourself that question. When a woman is submissive to a man or to her husband, and her husband, in other way, is never submissive, one day, just one day, things come to reality. I read a story about a man, a very rich man. He is very rich. When I mean rich, he is a rich man. But he has more than 7 girlfriends and is a married man. Some of which the wife is aware. But one day, he was very sick and couldn't lift up his hand. Couldn't lift up his hand to press all those phones. He used to chat his girlfriends, side chicks. So, he was rushed to emergency. Unfortunately, he lost his arm and feet. Doing this, the wife, after they discharged the husband from the hospital, the wife has already saw all the messages from different girls, different women, some of which the man even promised some of the girlfriend 500,000, which is about 5,000 dirham. That week before that event happened. And now he was discharged in the hospital. So the woman took his phone and replied all the women. He invited them to come to the house, lied that the wife is not available. She's traveled and he was sick and it's okay. Immediately the women, they all came in different timing. She locked everyone inside the house and told them that you owe it his money, some of which he bought you guys a property. Now what I want you to do is to start cleaning every pool, cleaning the bed, dressing him up. You cannot finish his money, and when he's sick, you want to run away. Now there is no love. You made my husband not to have my time, not to show me love, nor my children. For that reason, you guys are not going to leave this place until he's dismissed. The woman never gave them any chance to leave until the day she was tired to leave and left the rest of the women in the house. You know what? Doing when they discharged this man from the hospital, the husband from the hospital, he brought him home and showed him all of his message with his girlfriends and everything, concubines. He was apologizing because he couldn't lift his hand anymore. He doesn't have voice anymore. And the wife said, I will forgive you, you're still my husband. But on one condition. They all will come here and start taking care of you, as I cannot abandon my business to take care of you. This is a lesson for every woman out there. For every man out there. And that is why I said that if you're watching me on this platform, sometimes it's always good for you to stay calm and watch what happens after all. Taking things into your hands, fighting yourself, may lead into high blood pressure and other sicknesses, which you may not recover for the rest of your life. And if you understand what I'm saying tonight, there will be or must be a mind changing of mindset when it comes to handling situation in marriage. I am very tough, but when it comes to someone I love, I take my time to make sure I understand why and how I can fight for myself. Right. I'll move into the other part, which is I'll move into the consequence of her action, the lady's action. What she did can be very detrimental. What she did can be detrimental to her marriage with unacceptable outcome. It can be seen as spying activities. Yes, men will say this. But did you spy at your husband? The answer is no. You never did. It was just unfortunate because you were playing with his phone, or you were trying to sort out one or two things for him. And within you, there is a trust why you are doing that as a husband, as a wife. And then the message came in. You will be shocked when the message comes in and you are doing something else. Forget it, you will be distracted immediately. Because you never believe your husband can cheat on you. You ask yourself, what is he looking for? I've loved him, I've showed him love and all of that. But men will tell you, you're spying at them. He was the one that gave you the phone. But the problem is you went too forward. Okay? Looks like you're disrespecting his privacy. Meanwhile, he gave you the phone to fix one or two things for him. Okay? And so on. We must learn to stay calm when situation comes up and take that anxieties out of marriage. It is very important for you to understand why you need to stay calm in marriage, during when you have arguments or things comes up, so as to not to blame yourself at the end of the whole situation. Find out why your partner is doing that. Okay? What is his reason? And see how you can sort out things with your husband. It is important. And if he carries on, you don't know what to do, try and see and learn. Just try and see what you can do for the sake of the children. Okay? Bringing it on social media can help, maybe because your mental health is not stable anymore. You don't know what to do. But staying calm will help. Okay? Staying calm will help. Okay, yeah. I mean, the woman went to see the woman. So even if went to see the girlfriend, even if the even if the girl decided to meet the woman, what is the outcome? Will this solve problem? It never solve problem. It never solve problem. Will she get the truth? What it doesn't raise is questions. What it does raise is question. You keep asking question, and maybe you guys will go get into physical arguments, which you should have never leave your house for a side chick, or to visit a side chick, or to visit where your husband sees a side chick. That should never happen. I mean, don't do that. Don't, if you're a woman and you do that, don't do that. It makes you less of yourself, less of a woman. Don't do it. Don't waste your time looking for where your husband is, what he's doing. No, don't do all of those things. There is no point. If you've caught him once, you've caught him twice. So what makes you think he's going to change it all time? But divorcing him because of that is also a no answer. You're divorcing someone and you're not even financially stable. Okay? If you notice that he's not changing, seek for advice. Seek for advice. Visit the therapist, they'll tell you what to do. We have specialists everywhere in the world. They can tell you what to do. But cheating in marriage, I don't think there is forgiveness in that. Because once a man cheats, the cheating will continue forever. Okay? So open up a honest, frank discussion with your husband on the matter. Okay? Confess what he and she, the side chick is doing. Rebuild trust in a marital way. This is the advice I can give anyone. That includes my biological sisters. Okay? Rebuild trust in a matured way. Get a resolution that accommodates both parties. My question to you commenters and viewers is, what he's not ready to accommodate again because he knows that you have caught him. What will you do in this case? Maybe get professional counseling. That's what I said. I've said it. But you've tried all you could to make sure that your partner is, behaving and accommodating, doing something, resolutions for both of you. You understand? Resolution for both of you. Someone said on this live chat that unfortunately, one sec, Sorry, excuse me. Oh my God. Unfortunately, men suffer the same as women. Um, yes, some, some men suffer, yeah. I will tell you the reason why men suffer the same as women. When you try to talk to your husband, he doesn't listen to you. He is not ready to listen to you of something that you know will be positive in his own life. Okay? It's just like you telling your husband to try and get himself a good job. He doesn't want to listen to you. He doesn't want to do any of those things. You understand? He is not ready because he felt that when he tells you no, his no is his no. And that is not marriage. When you are in marriage with a man, with your husband, sorry, marriage is for two people. If you cannot talk to your husband and it doesn't listen, what makes you think you talk to this fellow human being and the person will listen to you? Your husband is trying to, sorry, your wife is trying to fix you up. All you do is to sit at home or don't even do anything to make sure you support her to achieve the goals. You don't do nothing. It's not like you're taking care of the children. And she is out there to make a living for all of you. At least you're doing something at home. Some men don't even know how to change pampers. They've never done it in their whole life when they are with their wife. They never tried to. They feel is, superior in the marriage. They feel they are the head of the marriage. So for that reason, you cannot tell me nothing. I should be telling you, I should be advising you. How can you advise a woman that is, standard working, doing, bringing things in, and you as a husband, you're not doing nothing? She has to drive to where the kids are, bring the kids home, shower them, feed them, cook. She's your slave and not your wife. That is a slavery. And when you see that her attitude change in marriage, you will start asking questions. What question do you want to ask when it comes to that? I understand that some women are, but it's difficult. I've never seen a woman, I don't know if it exists, see a woman having children or child, and then the man will come back from work and start taking care of the child after work. That is unacceptable. If your wife is talking to you, don't listen. Some women will walk away to say, I don't want a stubborn husband. I never bargained for such husband. We can take things lightly more than each other. Whereby your wife talk to you and you don't listen, when things fall apart, she's going to walk away. Very simple. Some women are like that because they will think where they are coming from. They don't want to play with their mental health. And you as a man is not even helping the situation in any way. You are sitting at home doing nothing, talking to your side chicks all the time on social media and all of that. And the man will go out, come back. Sorry, the woman will come back, go pick the children up, shower the children, feed the children properly. Then you will sit at home. Where is the marriage? Where is the love? If you cannot assist even the ass choke as a husband. And then you come on social media to cry that your wife is changed. Your wife is no more behaving like the way she used to. How can she? After facing a lot of things at workplace, pressure. And you want your wife to come back home to also serve you as a slave. We need to do some, we need to, make everything rational and need to understand each other. And that is why I said in marriage, everything must be accordingly. You must show the other party love and then it's going to be equal. Love should be equal. No one should love more than. If you are in a marriage and your wife speaks and you don't listen, when you bring anything home, she will just watch you and don't get involved. Some will even drink a lot of water and mind their business because they have talked, explained, shout, scream, console, bring you closer, you don't want to do nothing. And then at the end of the day, you want her to forgive you, and after forgiving you, you will still do more. You come back home and do more. You need to hold the ground as a husband. On this note, I will quickly read another comment. It is not one way for woman only. I have the t-shirt. Okay, maybe the wife is always being indifferent to her husband. Yes. When you looked at what you have done that is not right, probably, you may think, okay, because we always have issues, we always argue, maybe that is why my husband is having affairs aside. I don't know until you ask your husband, and then he can start explaining to you. So Marianne said she should not make assumption before knowing the reason why he is meeting a girl. Yes, that is also correct. She should never. A woman should never make an assumption, okay, before knowing the reason why he is meeting the girl. He could be his business partner. We understand that. You must have a very concrete evidence. I can't even do it, leaving my home, my matrimonial home, to go and see someone that my husband. I beg, like seriously, what is going on? I don't know. The wrong action can disrupt her marriage. Yes, can destroy her marriage, not even disrupt. Tika said maybe the husband has a history of having 2 or 3 women. Oh my goodness. All right, so yeah, let me read comments. Okay. Thank you all for joining. Wise women see or get information on their husband's phone. They should assess what is happening first. Oh, yeah, that's right. But it is not easy when, okay, Margaret said, it is not easy when you see all those things on your husband. So it is not easy. But come together. Control yourself. Sometimes pretend like you don't see those things. But when it's time for you to address it, do it in a very matured and professional way. There is no need. There is no need. But when you see a man that truly loves you, you will know that this man is truly in love with me. What else am I looking for? On this note, I'm going to stop on this. Yes. So I will stop here. I said, in marriage, it's teamwork. Yes, I've said that before on my previous videos. A wife should not be a slave. Of course, nobody should be a slave, either the man or the woman. Love, compassion, and devotion to each other is a policy. That is what it is. So on this note, I would like to say good night and have a beautiful day ahead if you're still in morning or afternoon, depending where you are watching me. I wish you all the best. Take good care of yourself, and as a woman, make sure you take care of yourself. It is very important. Even as a man, we must learn to tolerate each other in marriage and understand each other. Take things easy. Some people are out there waiting for your marriage to dissolve so that they can rush in and grab it as fast as they can. The next topic I will bring here is your best friend sleeping with your husband after your marriage is over with him. It's a life story. It happens. I'll bring that topic title everything, and then yeah. Really. But a priceless value puts a priceless value on your partner. Yeah. For those ones that understand love. For those ones that understand what they call true love. You must learn to listen to your wife. And as well as you as a wife must learn to listen to your husband. That way, I am not saying when he asks you to go and put your hand in fire, you will do that. But there are things where he will be correcting you and tell you the truth. You must learn to listen and then use your HQ to sort the rest. I will say good night and have a blessed day. Bye for now. Oh, let's switch off. Okay, YouTube. Bye.